Hey guys, this is Sirax Gaming, back with another Mortal Kombat video. Today, in the style of a new video, I'm going to be calling the Combat Codex. In this video, I'm going to be going over obscure facts that I've picked up about certain Mortal Kombat characters. I am going to try and do these once a week. I am also going to try and make them themed around what character is relevant. As you'll see in this video, I'm going to be beginning with Li Mei, as she was recently revealed in Mortal Kombat 1. On screen, you should be seeing some Mortal Kombat 1 Li Mei gameplay, as much as I could get in from the trailer. I'll also clip in just some videos of me playing Armageddon afterwards, just so that way this video is full of Li Mei content. And let me know in the comments below what you think of this style of video and if you'd like me to keep making it. Before I go through the list of top 10 Li Mei facts that you probably didn't know, here's a little backstory of Li Mei. This is based entirely on the old timeline. Her new timeline counterpart has a different backstory. I won't go over that in this video, but if you'd like me in the future to go over the new backstories as well, let me know in the comments below and I will add it into the next video. Li Mei debuted in Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance as a warrior fighting for Outworld. She originally came from the village of Sun Do, and during the events of Deadly Alliance, Shang Tsung, Quan Chi, they invade the village, they demand that everyone builds them a temple. Li Mei is a part of this. There's also a tournament that Shang Tsung hosts. Li Mei enters this as well to try and free her people. Unfortunately, it doesn't go in her favor. She fails. And then during the events of Deception, she meets with other characters like Shujinko. She meets with Bo' Rai Cho. He actually frees her from this enslavement of having her soul taken. And then during the events of Armageddon, she does make a brief appearance, but only as a kind of a shadow apparition that Shinnok has conjured up to try and trick Taven. With that backstory of Li Mei covered, let's go through the top 10 facts about Li Mei that you probably didn't know. Starting with fact number 1, as I mentioned in her backstory, Li Mei is from a village in Outworld called Sun Do in the original timeline. She is still somewhat involved in this village in the new timeline according to her released MK1 bio, but it seems that Sun Do is more of an Outworld capital city in the new timeline. We never actually see this village on screen, but we do see more of the inhabitants in Mortal Kombat X during Li Mei's cameo, after Mileena ransacks the village and uses Shinnok's amulet against Kotal Khan during a battle that Sun Do is unfortunately the epicenter and just caught in the crosshairs of. Fact number 2, Li Mei is the only character in Deadly Alliance to possess 4 special moves. These 4 special moves are the Spin Kick. She also has the Nova Blast, where she shoots a ball of energy. She has Flying Flurry, where she flies across the screen, punching. It looks really weird and really campy. She also has the Carnival Spin, in which instead of flipping forward and kicking, she actually flips backwards and kicks the opponent that way. Basically 2 different flip kicks. On top of that, she uses the Lu He Ba Fa fighting style. Sorry if I absolutely butchered the crap out of that fighting style. I do not know how to pronounce it in Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance and Mortal Kombat Deception and Mortal Kombat Armageddon, and it's kind of the fighting style she's mostly known for, with the fighting pose of her stretching her arms out to the side. You should actually see it on screen during the Armageddon playthrough. She also uses Baji Quan in Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance. She's also the only human character to use that fighting style. And then in Mortal Kombat Deception and Mortal Kombat Unchained, she actually swapped out Baji Quan for Mi Zong. I unfortunately don't have any gameplay of that one, but it was her alternate fighting style. And her weapon fighting style in both Deadly Alliance and Deception was the Kunlun Dao. However, in Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance, she actually originally began the game with Mileena's size. And they had to take the size off her in Mortal Kombat Deception, because as you guessed it, Mileena was in that game too. Fact number 4, and forgive me before I pronounce this name, but Li Mei is voiced in Mortal Kombat Deception by Johanna Enonuevo. She is also voiced by the same voice actress in Deadly Alliance as Natara, fun fact. And in Mortal Kombat X, for her brief cameo role, she is voiced by Tara Strong, not Kelly Hu as most would believe. But on the topic of Kelly Hu has also been confirmed to be Li Mei's voice actress in Mortal Kombat 1. So she will be picking up the role in the new game. So far, I think she's doing amazing. I don't know if she's also the face actress, but Li Mei does look a lot like Kelly Hu. If you haven't seen Arrow, go watch the White China episodes. I love Kelly Hu in everything she's in. She's an awesome martial artist. Fact number 5. When you complete Li Mei's training mission in Mortal Kombat Deception, she will be warned by Shujinko that her quest against Shang Tsung and Quan Chi will end in misfortune. To those who were paying attention during the bio at the start of the episode, this is in reference to the tournament in which she is taking place to free her village from Shang Tsung and Quan Chi, and as Shujinko predicted, it does not go very well for Li Mei. Unfortunately, her soul is taken and put into one of Onaga's soldiers before she is saved by Bo' Rai Cho. This is a fun little callback in Deception. Anyone who finished Li Mei's chapter in Deadly Alliance will know that obviously this happens to her, and the events of Deception are actually set just before Deadly Alliance. The story kind of stretches out a long way, so it looks like Shujinko actually met and trained with Li Mei before she was in any active Mortal Kombat tournament. Fact number 6, Li Mei is actually the first to die on screen in the Battle of Armageddon, being killed by Hotaru in the opening few seconds. You may notice at the same time that Kenshi also takes a hit, but later on in the video Kenshi comes back, so you know that he hasn't died. Unfortunately, yeah, it looks like Li Mei was the first to get impaled. She is fighting on the Forces of Light, but unfortunately, she didn't survive. She went down to Hotaru of all people. Speaking of the Battle of Armageddon, for fact number 7, Li Mei can also be seen in the opening scene of MK9 during the aftermath of Armageddon as a corpse. Her body is still pierced by Hotaru's Naginata in the background. You can also actually see her during another time in MK9, not anymore though because it's been patched out, but when MK9 first launched on the Colosseum stage, Katana is chained up, but if you play as Katana, she gets swapped out for another character. In the original version of Mortal Kombat 9, when you play as Katana, she is swapped out with Li Mei, who can be seen chained up in the background. However, for an unknown reason, this was patched out, and Li Mei was swapped out with Tanya, so that now when you play MK9, if you pick Katana, Tanya will take her place instead of Li Mei. Why this was swapped out? No one has any idea. Only NRS, unfortunately. Fact number 8. Li Mei also makes a brief appearance fighting for Shao Kahn in the Battle of the Realms. However, this movie is not canon, and it's really unlike Li Mei to take Shao Kahn's side. It's also set much earlier in the timeline than Li Mei would typically be involved in the storyline. In Battle of the Realms, Li Mei is also voiced by Grey Griffin. However, she is killed off quite quickly and has a very unimportant role in the movie. Fact number 9, including Mortal Kombat 1, Li Mei has been playable in 4 mainline titles. That is not including games like Unchained or Tournament Edition, because I don't consider them as mainline titles, as they're simply not. She is one of the 4 3D era characters to be playable in all 3 3D era games, the others being Kenshi, Bo' Rai Cho, and Frost, and she is also one of the few 3D era characters to actually cross over into the next generation of games, as you only really see a handful of them, Kenshi, Bo' Rai Cho, Frost, and Li Mei being some of them, but she's not playable in any of the NRS titles outside of Mortal Kombat 1 as of yet. And fact number 10, and our final fact for this video, although being retconned heavily in Mortal Kombat 1, Li Mei still seems to serve her hometown of Sun Do, and has actually seen her importance in the storyline increase dramatically. To those who haven't already read her Mortal Kombat 1 bio, I will link the Mortal Kombat 1 website in the description below, but it goes as follows. As her parents' firstborn daughter, Li Mei was claimed by the Umgadi, the warrior priestesses who guard Outworld's royal family. Li Mei's service began with high expectations. Her early success caught the eye of the royal family, but it all fell apart when a terrible tragedy unfolded, and Li Mei was blamed for this, and in the aftermath, she did the unthinkable. She quit the Umgadi. Friendless and alone, Li Mei needed a new purpose. She joined Sun Do's constables, the Outworld capital's rough-and-tumble police force. Over time, she became their first constable. Li Mei is glad to be the capital guardian, but still, she hopes one day to redeem herself. So as you can see, Li Mei's new storyline is quite different to her old one, but it gives her a new place to go and a new place to take the character, which is really interesting. Well guys, this covers 10 obscure facts that you probably didn't know about Li Mei. If you're excited to play as Li Mei in Mortal Kombat 1, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment if you haven't already, and let me know down below who you'd like to see next week in the next episode of the Combat Codex. Thanks for watching, and peace out.